Hello, and welcome back to Happy Mail Monday. If you are new here, hello and welcome. I am Silver Nix, your resident zine enthusiast, sitting out in rural Australia, telling you about the awesome and amazing mail, but not just telling you about it, showing you the awesome and amazing mail that has landed in my postbox over the past week, and oh my goodness. I could have redone that. I really could have redone that, but I'm not going to because this is actually the third time I've redone this intro. As if that's the furthest I've gotten into it. I'm going to keep going because, oh my goodness me. As you may have noticed on the reflection of my glasses, the sun's playing a bit of funny buggers with my desk, because I've got a corner desk. And then I've got a desk here for, recording and everything like that. And all of the surfaces are very white. Well, gray. And so they're pretty reflective when the sun decides to come in and play funny buggers, which it is definitely doing today. So it's that kind of day today. Oh my goodness me. My goodness me. We are well into spring already, at least here in the southern hemisphere. So yeah, the sun is definitely coming out to play, which I greatly appreciate. Goodness knows I don't do so well in the winter without the sunshine, even though I'm not supposed to be in direct sunshine, like not even a little bit. I can still appreciate it from a distance. So, my goodness me. Hello. I am, as usual, not ready for anything. I'm not ready to exist today, but here we are anyway, and here you are, and I have some mail to show you. I do. Oh, goodness me, I'm just so discombobulated to the extent that I actually need scissors today, and I forgot them. So I'm going to do a quick jump cut while I go get some scissors. I should just get a pair to have right here, goodness knows. But anyway, I'm going to go do that now. So, through the power of editing, I will be back in a split second. Ta-da! I probably could have done that much better if I'd actually been planning on doing that. But, thank you, Editing Nix, for your efforts. So I've got my scissors, because I have one particularly tough envelope to be opening this week. So happy about that. And goodness me, I don't know. I feel like being discombobulated is kind of my default mode at this point in my life, but still, I'm still a little bit surprised when it comes about. So here we are. Hello, greetings. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend, and if you did not, I hope this start to the week is a gentle and kind one. Goodness knows that that's not always possible, but I will still be here wishing that for you, because that's what I do. I am what am I doing? I'm moving stuff. Why am I moving stuff? I've been like that so much lately. I'm trying to concentrate on doing one thing, and then I go into another thing, and goodness me, I don't know if I'm just especially distractible today, or having a hard time focusing, or having a hard time settling down, or what, but do our breathing thing. I was talking to someone a few weeks ago who was being very complimentary, but said that, and gave me the idea, maybe I should do some sort of guided meditations. Now, goodness knows that I don't think my voice is that great, but hey, anything to help the incoming, right? Because your girl wants some postage money again. I'm missing trading zines. I'm missing randomly sending out zines. I'm missing just there would be times when I would just randomly flip through my address book and go, okay, I'll send you some zines. That I was that kind of person. I miss doing that. I feel like trades and just that sort of surprise, some zines. I feel like that's a very big part of what makes the zine community a community. Now, some will argue that there is no such thing as a zine community, but we're making zines, and that's enough for me to go, okay, we have a zine community going on. Anyway, Where did all that begin? Oh, yes, I am missing sending out zines, but I will be able to do it again soon. Someday. Before the end of the year, I'm hoping. Before the holiday mail crush, anyway. Crossing fingers for that. But health has to come first, and that has been the form of getting a CPAP machine so I can keep breathing and stop with the stopping breathing at night, because that's not good. That's not good. And does actually account for my short-term memory issues, that's for sure. So, the specialist I saw in Adelaide actually said that one of the first signs that you have sleep apnea can actually be not that you're tired all the time, but your short-term memory taking a hit. So, didn't know that. But, yeah, certainly explains a lot. Forgive me having a sip of water, but I talk a lot. Alright, let's dive into it, shall we? And first up, we have a beautiful postcard. Madonna of the Lilies. Tempera on canvas. Tempera? Because I'm used to tempura, like Japanese cooking. But it's tempera. With an E, not a U. Anywho, this comes from Allison. It's Allison in... because you don't need to see the back because it's just a message, so I can take this off. So it's Allison in Texas. Oh my goodness. Hi, I just found... oh goodness. I can read it sideways so you can actually, enjoy the postcard. Pardon me. Hi, I just found an old envelope from you with some calls for submissions. They are probably outdated, but I'm putting together a new issue of my zine. Thought you might have some calls that I could include. Let me know. Oh, that's lovely. And there's a email address. Mad love, Allison. Oh, that's cool. Oh my goodness. I do know that it was probably about 6 months ago at this point. I had an old address book that was just a mess of an address book, lots of double ups and things like that. And so I actually made myself a new address book, and in transferring stuff and making sure there weren't doubles and old addresses and updating people's addresses and all that stuff like that, I actually ended up sending out a lot of mail. So this must have been one of those, because obviously not a new zine friend, as they have mail from me. So that's cool. That's a very beautiful, very, very beautiful postcard. Very much like that. Cool. Anyway, so yes, calls for submissions apparently. I don't know if they'll still be open given this came. This was sent the 15th of August. So given that we're already a fair step into... That's so weird. It has 2 dates on it. So it must have been posted in Texas on the 15th, but processed somewhere else on the 30th as well. Anyhoodle. I'm not super keen on sharing email addresses. I will occasionally in the bits and bobs, but if there's definitely any other for goodness sake, what words, I can do words. Anyway, if there are any other socials or anything like that I can add to the bits and bobs from this person, if they are still looking for calls for submissions for their zines, then I will put it in the bits and bobs. And I do apologize for my discombobulation and actually trying to communicate that. My goodness, but nice to hear from you, Allison. It has been a very long time indeed. Goodness me. But thank you for the beautiful postcard. Like, whew. Like something about the outfits, like her specifically, like kind of Nordic sort of imagery. Anyway, but thank you. Sorry. I'm trying to brain. I am trying to brain. But yes, thank you, Allison, for that. And like I said, if there is a current call that I can share, I shall do so in the bits and bobs. Oh my goodness me. Oh. braining is not my forte today. Anyway, so yes, old teen friend. Must have been ages because like I have like, you know when you kind of like, yeah, that's vaguely familiar, but you can't put any specifics to it? Yeah, that's what I'm having right now. So please forgive me, Allison, if you do watch these videos. Forgive my lack of memory. It's definitely obviously been a while, but I will certainly be helping out with the calls for submissions if I can do so. Next up, we have mail from S. Hoffman. So that comes all the way from Canada. Dun, dun, dun. Canada. How is Canada doing these days? I've probably mentioned more than a few times that I don't really pay attention to the news, and that's by intention because the news is very, 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 very bad for my mental health. So, which some people say, you know, you're doing yourself a disservice, you're doing other people a disservice by not paying attention to the news and not knowing what's going on, but one does what one must to survive in this world, and not watching the news is what this one must. So, anyways, I don't know how Canada's doing, but anyway, so this comes from Sarah in Canada. Hi, hello. Just sending some random mail. Hope your winter / is going well. See you in the mail. Was winter when this was sent? By the looks of it? Yeah. Was winter when this was sent. So, winter and beginnings of spring. Oh my goodness me. And we have... Oh! Oh my goodness. So this is actually... What was it? Late 2022, I sent out a a survey because I like surveys, I like statistics, and the Desert Sun did something similar, and I wanted to do something similar for the people who were reading my missives from Murray Bridge. So I sent out the survey, and oh my goodness, it's funny to get one back because I've already done a missive on all the results from the survey. If you would like that, I'll find out which number it is, and it's I think PDF issues you can get like missives 1 through 40 or 1 through 45 on my Ko-fi page for like $1 if you are interested. But don't quote me on that. My Ko-fi is in the descriptions, and you'll see past issues from the very first one on in my shop there. Anyway, so I had sent this out late 2022, I think. And oh my goodness. It's so funny to see a survey come back at this point. It was, how old are you? What country are you from? How many countries have you traveled to? How many states or territories within your country have you traveled to? Do you have a passport? Housing? Do you rent, own through mortgage, own outright, that sort of thing? Relationship status? Kids? No, never. No, maybe someday. Yes, this many. Gaming stuff. So yeah, I put a bunch of random things because just stuff like I'm interested in, like our library is still relevant and stuff like that. I mean, they're still relevant around here. A lot of people around here go to the local library, but like across the world, all sorts of things like that. And of course I ended off with best thing that has happened to you this year. So I can't share the answers because obviously, you know, surveys it was meant to be a lot of people answering the survey and then, you know, bringing together the results, that sort of thing. So I won't share Sarah's answers, but thank you for getting that back to me because I can personally like look at it and learn more about you as a person. Oh my goodness me. And so we also have, now I am going to screw this word up because I can speak English well, but I don't know if that's actually English. It might be French because there are lots of French in Canada. A lot of French is spoken in Canada. I don't know what other language are spoken there, but I just know like Isa on the Move, who hasn't posted for a while. So if you're watching this, Isa, we miss you. Speaks French as well as English and is Canadian. So this is I'm so sorry. I want to say it but I'm going to say it badly, so I'm sorry in advance. So this is the Boisvane Van Banner Bulletin. Boisvane Banner Bulletin. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed, but I don't know how to say this word. And my phone is what I use to record these videos, so I can't go, hey Google, tell me how to say this with Google Translate because.
I'd love to talk to you. How's your day going?
Good, thanks.
Thanks for sharing. You know what always makes me feel better on good or bad days?
So, I own a Google Nest. I don't know if you heard any of that. If it didn't come up, I will cut that section out. But yeah, that was fun. Anyway, so I have Translate on my phone, but I use my phone to record these videos, so I can't get it to tell me how to pronounce this word. So I'm sorry about that, Sarah. But we have number. Let's see. Do we have numbers? Well, we have for the 21st of July, the 24th of July, the 28th of July. Oh my goodness. That is quite a few in a short amount of time. Color me envious for your creative output. So we have Sarah. Sarah creates a lot of interesting things, and a lot of them are themed around trees and getting out and urban exploration as well. I think one zine that I read recently was about finding trees in your neighborhood and things like that. Please forgive I'm still discombobulated from the nest going, well, hi there, and interrupting this video. So sorry about that. Should really turn it off when I'm recording, eh? But a lot about trees and everything like that, and just observing nature and being more aware of nature, finding nature within your community where you are at, all that stuff. So we had trees, and then there we go. The bulletin, the banner bulletin, and the other word I cannot pronounce. Making prints with Lego dots. Oh, that's cool. So we have trees. Making prints with Lego dots. And today's issue is a review and a playthrough of a little indie game called A Little Bug. Oh, cute! Bitter Pill Press. Oh, that's cool. I'm going to look that up because I do like the video games. So that's fun. So we have, it's one page tri-folded, and we have like feathers and treescapes in this one, as you may expect. Cafe Corner. I've been consuming many batches of these giant cafe cookies and think they would make an amazing ice cream sandwich cookies. Ooh. Cafe cookies. Oatmeal. Oil, peanut butter, sugar, brown sugar, milk alternative, teaspoon vanilla. Will they work the same with regular milk? I mean, I use oat milk. But anyway, I was just curious if the milk alternative is a necessary thing, or is it milk or milk alternative. 1 cup flour, 1 cup rolled oats, teaspoon baking powder. That sounds simple enough. And M&M's, of course. Yes! Love M&M cookies. Or bickies, as you may call them. But yeah, so that's very much nature and all that good stuff. I'm trying to be careful not to show you the back, because there's all the details on the back. Then we have the Lego Dots ones. That's cool. I haven't played with Lego since I was a kid. But you have that. Big peaks today. Then we have a little bug. Oh, the mechanisms of this RPG are fast and fun. A cute theme. So we have a QR code. Excellent. Thank you very much. Do appreciate that. Oh, that's cool. I really want to check that out now. So, I have gone on and on and on about life update newsletters and all of that good stuff, and it looks like Sarah has taken on the call and created a few, not necessarily like life updates, but kind of bulletin newsletter style zines on just whatever takes Sarah's fancy. So thank you for sending that along. That's very cool. Very refreshing to get something a little different in the mail these days. Not that I don't appreciate all of the mail. Like, disclaimer, I love all the mail. Please send all the mail. It's okay. But I do like being surprised by something a little different and whatnot. So thank you very much to Sarah for sending that along. It's always good to hear from you. And I am so just itching to send out mail. I'll get there. Thank you very, very much, Sarah. So sorry once again that my Google Nest interrupted things. I should probably turn it off before recording. Honestly, I don't really use the thing much, but I do like being able to be cleaning or dusting or something and be like, hey, insert the prompt to get it to pay attention here, and I don't want to do that right now. Play insert song. So yeah. Oh my goodness, so sorry to Sarah and sorry to everybody for that interruption. Anyways. Oh goodness me. Chaos walking, that's what I am. Well, sitting and opening the mail right now, of which I have more to share with you. This comes from the one, the only, the Rich of Feral Publications. Yes. Oh my goodness. Rich is another one of those people who is amazing, who's always making stuff, like got into film, like very much into comics, has like a business going, and just it does so many things, but in the zine community, but otherwise as well. So always, pardon that little jump cut, cough snuck up on me. So yes, always doing things related to zines, not related to zines, but related to like media and comics and all sorts of things. And oh my goodness, I have to have a little giggle every time I see something from Rich, because Rich was like the very first person to say, like, call me an OG in the zine community. I'm like, OG, like I had to actually look up what OG meant. Because I am that person. I didn't know what OG meant at the time. But I was just like, me? OG? Like, and I was talking to someone else a few weeks ago, I think a few weeks at this point, as well, about who had donated to the CPAP crowdfunding, and they had said, oh, you know, you're such a you're instrumental or something. I'm sorry, I don't have the exact wording, but like, I was like, I don't. Makes me all giggly and blushy when people say that, because I just feel like that weirdo who's just sharing the mail. I don't feel like I'm just happy to be able to do what I do. So anyway, Rich is the first person who ever called me any sort of like OG and everything like that. So I smile. Have that extra smile every time I see something from Rich in the mail. What did Rich send? Rich sent issue 19 of Feral Comics. Bum, ba-da-dum. And it looks like some sort of split scene. Amazing. Spectacular. Do like a split scene. Oh, very cool. See, looks like, all right. All right, sorry, I already got distracted by the comics, but Feral Comics is a project started by Rich. It's a subscription you can get. I need to renew mine very soon. It's a subscription you can get, and Rich brings in comic artists from all around the world to contribute to Feral Comics, basically, and it is a paid zine endeavor. So yeah, your subscription goes to help support comic artists around the world, which I think is super awesome and super cool. Now, okay, we do have an introduction here. So I read comics, and I mean like a lot. I have recently gotten into the Image portion of my collection, and reading Rob's Youngblood series prompted this out for me. For one, his use of layouts caught me off guard. It's way more than Frank Miller of Kevin Eastman has done. And the interactive portion of the page turn was a brilliant idea that I just had to rip. Pardon me. After that, I like the double cover with the 2 stories in the comic book needing to be flipped over to get to the next story. So that's some of the back info on this issue. After that, I was happy to work with the homie Drew. Love working on expanding his mythos universe. Happy reading. See you next issue. And that is so awesome. Rich is amazing, and he speaks with such passion on the subjects he's passionate about, obviously, but he speaks with such passion on comics and comic art and like indie publishing and, probably going to say it wrong, like underground press and non-mainstream, off-mainstream publishing and all that stuff like that. He has so much to say and speaks so passionately and eloquently about these things, more than I could ever hope to. So it's not just about comics, but it's very much about comics, but comics are a lot more than you think they are. So highly recommend checking out Rich. Rich has a YouTube channel, but also like TikTok and things like that. I'm not on the TikToks. Let me know if you'd like me to be, and I can see if I can give it a go, but I'm not on the TikToks. And yeah, just doing awesome, like skateboarding and stuff like that as well. Very, very cool stuff. And yeah, just amazing all around person, like, and supporting other artists as well. It's one thing to like do your own thing, but to do something that helps support others in any sort of way is something that gets a thumbs up with me. Thumbs up from me, and I greatly appreciate that sort of paying it forward, spreading the sunshine in the zine community. So thank you, Rich, for sending me this latest issue of Feral Comics. Definitely go check it out. Now, I'm not somebody who really grew up with comics or really was into comics, but Rich actually is very much the power behind me getting into comics as an adult. So I greatly appreciate that. Thank you, Rich, for sending this along. And yeah, of course, everything will be in the bits and bobs. And last but never least, we have mail from the envelope art king himself, Fishspit! Yay! Last week I talked about Ken Bossart being one of, if not the first zine trade I ever made, and definitely one of my first zine friends. And Fishspit is amongst those one, if not the people as well, from the days of the We Make Zines Ning, where we all were hanging out and making connections. I just nearly dropped my scissors. So yes, Fishspit has been a very long time friend. Writes the oh my goodness, my mind is going completely blank, but has a very long running series, has been a long time friend, and has always created these amazing envelopes with amazing envelope art. I do believe I feature some. One is right there above my finger. You can only see the bottom of it, but it has it has, in a collage style, cats in Roman robes. Pardon my watch going off with an alarm there. I'm trying to live my life by alarms these days, so I don't forget all this self-care stuff I'm supposed to be doing. But I got a little bit of a late start, so here we are. But yes, I think I have another one somewhere, but I don't know if it's in frame, because the wall of awesome is full of awesomeness of a great many things. So I'm just going to, yes, Fishspit has been creating zines for a very long time. Has always been like, can be a little bit of a controversial figure. That he's probably the least, I mean, actually, probably Wander is the least politically correct person I know. But coming up in a close second would definitely be Fishspit as as a not politically correct person, and that's not everybody's cup of tea, and that's understandable. But he also has one of the sweetest and kindest souls I've ever met. So, oh my goodness me, we have a lot of. Oh my. Okay. I thought we had a zine here, but we do not, in fact, have a zine here. So pardon me while I have a cough. Sorry about that jump cut. I am not coming down with anything, but I am still a little bit, immunocompromised and all that. Anyway, what was I saying? I was saying something. Wise blood. That's it. Fishspit writes the Wise Blood series, which has been going for a very long time. I think it started before I was born, which is interesting. But here we have a very long letter. Dearest wonderful Nix. Aww. Well, I just want to make a fucking zine very much. Now, pardon my language if you find that kind of language offensive, but these videos aren't actually for kids at all, as sweet as they may seem. And I did make a zine called I Just Want to Make a Fucking Zine, which was very much about my frustrations around perfectionism and creating and things like that. So, and she sent me 2 copies, but this was a really good thing because I had a copy I could send. We have a mutual zine friend, and she liked it very much also. Okay, so I won't go too much into the letter because it gets very personal. We've been friends for a very, very long time, and we talk about all kinds of things from what we're doing day to day to mental illness and things like that. So I won't get into that, but it is a very thick letter with some art in it as well. He looks like a drawing by Picasso. Oh, so we have all kinds of art and collages and all that sort of thing. Ooh. And then we have, so we have the letter here, and then we have more collages here. Oh, goodness me. But this is kind of how this is Fishspit's style, and his envelopes are always so full of collages that have all sorts of things like this. And oh my goodness, I'll try to remember to take a picture and put a picture right here so you can actually see that fully right here. So editing Nix. We have some collages as well. Oh, it's so lovely to get a letter from Fishspit. Now, I'm not sure he actually watches these videos, but in case he does, thank you so very much for sending that along. He always sends these great long letters, and he doesn't seem to mind that I'm not I'm not the greatest pen pal. I think a lot of it started with because I have one of my autoimmune conditions is rheumatoid arthritis. It makes my hands not only swell up but hurt very, very much. And so I used to write pages and pages because I grew up before, computers, before they were widely available anyway. And so I'd write my novels by hand and everything like that. I was writing since about they let me hold a pen, basically. So I used to write so much, and it's been very sad to not be able to. I mean, some days I can sit down and write a couple pages, but some days I can sit down and maybe write a paragraph, but then my hands are gone. And yeah, anyway, but obviously I can type, but some days even typing hurts. So I appreciate that. I appreciate those who understand that I'm not always going to write pages and pages, and that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate when pages and pages are written to me. It just means I can't do the same in return. Anyway, so yes, thank the universe for old friends who understand, and for new friends who don't put any pressure on. I greatly appreciate it. Oh my goodness me, what a variety. So we have letters and collages and zines, comics, a postcard, and newsletters. Goodness, I have like run the gamut today, haven't I? I've spanned the variety of incoming mail, and I'm very happy and grateful to have been able to share it with all of you. So, oh goodness. Oh, here comes a new week, huh? I'm not ready, are you? Then again, I'm never ready. Oh, goodness. Breathe in, breathe out. We got this. Even if we feel like we don't got this, we got this enough. Anyway. So thank you very much, my dear friends, to everybody who has sent me mail, and everybody who, whether you put this on in the background while you're cleaning or doing something or relaxing, or whether you're actually sitting down and going, ooh, look at the mail, like, I totally get it. I'm totally good with it. I do the same thing with some videos too. Some videos I'm like, Well, some videos I'm like cleaning my desk, and I'll look, and it's all good. Regardless of how you watch and or listen, I appreciate it, and I especially appreciate all the the likes and subscribes, of course, but I especially appreciate like the comment section, like people talking to me, but also to each other and stuff like that. I really like that. I know this isn't the biggest channel, and it's not going to be, because it's pretty niche. But that said, that makes me all the more appreciative. So thank you 1,000 times over. I'm incredibly grateful to be able to do what I do, and I'm only able to do what I do because of you, to be able to show off the mail and everything like that. I mean, I do have other things that I am doing and want to do, but yeah, Happy Mail has definitely been the thing that has carried me through, that I've been able to do through it all, basically. So thank you 1,000 times over. And until next time, have some fun, enjoy whatever weather you're having. I hope it's getting cooler if it's been hot. I hope it's getting warmer if it's been cold, all that good stuff. I hope you're enjoying whatever the ride that is existence is bringing you, and if it's not, know that you are definitely not ever alone. So thank you 1,000,000 times over, and make some zines, have some fun, use some sort of medium that you haven't before. If you use pens, try markers. If you use crayons, try stickers, something like that. Have some fun, experiment a little, and spread a little sunshine. Hello! And now we come to the after portion, that is credit due to cameraman Ed for this idea, in which I show you a little bit of washi and tell you about it after the main thing. So this week is brought to you by this coffee themed washi, and I love it. Now this washi, I had mentioned, like, the first washi I'd mentioned was very much like tissue tape, and this is along the same lines of that, except you can feel that this has more ink on it, more ink to it. You can see there's a bit of shine to it, but it's still not that stiff, plasticky kind of washi tape that I don't think should be called washi tape, because it sucks. Anyway, at least that's just my opinion. If you like the plastic type washi tape, I mean no offense. None intended. But anyway, so here is coffee themed. Now this is by Mast or Masty. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It's M-A-S-T-E, but the E has a little funky thing on it. So I'm probably pronouncing it wrong, but I will have it in the bits and bobs if I can find their main shop, because I'm sure I got this on Etsy or something. I got this a long time ago. This was, oh gosh, years and years back. I've had it for a very long time. I think it may have even featured in one of my Don't Call Me Cupcake issues, which would have been around a decade ago. Like the last one was maybe 5 years ago or so, but like anyway. So this is lovely. I love these kind of themed ones. I love coffee themed washi tapes. Just, it's kind of like sometimes I won't actually often talk about coffee as such, but like maybe I'll lead with, oh, I'm tired and I need a coffee, or we went to this cafe or something like that. It's kind of a thematic sort of accent for things, for a little bit of background or that sort of thing. Like if I wrote about a cafe or things like that, I could use this sort of background, because I could see this being also like a, what do you call it? I don't know if it's done much these days, but you used to have wallpaper, but then you'd have like a short bordering wallpaper to go underneath the crown molding. Is that what that is? I don't know. Somebody's going to be going, Nix, punk. But anyway, this was kind of like an accenting, you'd have the wallpaper and then you'd have like a border wallpaper, an accent. Anyway, so this sort of reminds me of that. Like it's not the full pattern, but it's like an accent pattern for whatever. So anyway, here we go. This is Masti, M-E-S-T-E, Mast. I'm not sure, but it's just so I could find out along the way. They're pretty, at least they were at the time. Again, like it's been quite a while since I've had anything like this, so it's been like a long time since I've bought this one. But yeah, this is definitely smaller. This is more of a your standard size. The last two washi tapes I've shown you are quite wide. A lot of your standard washi will be about this wide, and I'm not sure how wide that is. I don't have a ruler with me, but you can see, I mean, I do have pretty thick fingers, but you can see it's about the width of my thumb, and that's pretty standard for a size. And this is, it's good washi tape. I've had it for a long time. Again, I do keep my washi tapes out of direct sunlight. I keep them cool. I try to keep them cool anyway. All of that good stuff. It just helps them last a little longer. Generally, washi tapes are not for hoarding, because sometimes, you have the sticky and then it can just become a big goopy mess. And yeah, it's not good. I've had that happen with other washi tapes where they just were unusable because the glue just became a part of the washi and soaked through all the layers, and eventually, even when I could get it off, the top bit was sticky and it was just a mess. So there you go, an introduction to a new washi, how I use it, how I would use it, as well as some washi care tips. Keep them out of direct sunlight, keep them cool if you can. It's just like, it would be like stickers. Like, you don't want to leave stickers in direct sunlight because the glue on the back can go all funky. So anyway, are you still enjoying the washi stuff? Because if you're not, it's okay to say so, and I'll not do that. I could do a washi video by itself if I felt so inclined or anything like that. But if you like the washi stuff, if you like learning about washi just because I like washi, just let me know. I'm very much, direct me and let me know if it's boring for you at all. So that said, yeah, I do really like washi. What can I say? Have a beautiful, beautiful week ahead.